Welcome to this week's Face the Facts Friday, where we go through the most interesting vegan and animal rights stories from the last week or so. This week, we've got our headline story, Ricky Gervais's animal activism, a new study about eating meat, dumbasses in the UK, some meat industry propaganda aimed at children, a few good news stories, and finally, we'll finish with your favourite, the meat flakes of the week, where we'll respond to some of the stupid and funny comments that I've seen from non-vegans over the last week. Are you ready to start this week's Face the Facts Friday? If you're ready, then leave a comment right now saying, go vegan and get fact. And let's kick off with the first story. Ricky Gervais, the internationally loved comedian with millions of fans worldwide, recently launched a campaign to ban all animal testing in the UK. In the UK, there are laws that make it illegal to cause unnecessary suffering to an animal. Ricky is trying to get animals in animal testing included in that law. He started this campaign after activists staged a protest at a dog factory farm in the UK, which is breeding 2,000 dogs a year to be sent for animal testing. Yes, you heard that right. There's a factory farm breeding dogs in the UK. Activists have been protesting outside this farm, even camping out there too, in a protest known as Camp Beagle. Ricky has said, "I'm deeply shocked to learn that thousands of beautiful beagles are intensively bred right here in the peace of the British countryside for painful and terrifying toxicity experiments that are also now proven to entirely fail the search for human treatments and cures." Ricky Gervais using his fame to help the animals once again. Amazing work from him and incredible work from these dedicated activists. Links to support the activists at Camp Beagle, as well as to sign the petition and join the campaign to stop animal testing in the UK, are in the description. Please head over and check them both out. Now, about Ricky Gervais. If you haven't seen any of his comedy work, it's pretty dry. It can be pretty dark. He swears a lot, and he isn't afraid to call out bullshit and laugh at it. Sound familiar? Yeah, I take a lot of my inspiration from Ricky Gervais. I'll admit it. And keeping that no bullshit style in mind, I'd like to say this. Ricky, it's time to join the vegan cult. I know you've avoided calling yourself vegan in the past, but it's time to own it. Accept that all your friends will hate you for no reason. It's all right. You'll get used to it. Well, I mean, you'll be lucky if you still have friends at all, to be honest. So, it'll be fine. Accept that your presence in a room will automatically make people feel uncomfortable. But that's probably already happening to you after the Golden Globes anyway. People are probably scared that you're coming for them. If you haven't seen Ricky Gervais's roast of all the Hollywood posers at the last Golden Globes, you have to watch that. It's fucking hilarious. I know you're an atheist, Ricky, which is totally cool and all, but it's time to worship at the altar of Earthling Ed. It's time to drink soy milk from a wine glass, eat a vegan cracker, and be blessed by vegan Jesus. Vegans can be a little pushy, a little aggressive, and I know that's put you off before, but you did tweet that people who enjoy seeing animals terrified or in pain are cunts, which they are, and we're doing our best to stop them. So, maybe you can understand why vegans are pissed off and sometimes go a bit overboard, right? So, Ricky, on the off chance you come across this video and see this message, please watch Land of Hope and Glory to learn about animal agriculture in the UK and why we need to go vegan for the animals. Then go vegan and tell the world you could help even more animals than you already are. If you're watching at home and you want to go vegan but don't know how, click the link in the pinned comment and you can get access to a free vegan starter pack. Go get it and go vegan today. So guys, so many meat eaters are getting sick of vegans, but who can blame them really? Like, vegans are getting up in their business. They're seeing all these new scary vegan products at the stores. Everything's changing and they just want it to stay the same. It's not fair, right? But do you know what's worse than all that? Heart disease. The idea of slitting animals' throats for a sandwich doesn't sound evil to you for some reason. Maybe this will make you want to stop eating dead animals. A new 2021 study involving data from over 1.4 million people found eating red and processed meat can increase your risk of getting heart disease. How many more of these studies do you need to see, really? This one found that each 50 grams per day of processed meats like bacon, ham, salami, and sausages increased the risk of getting heart disease by 18%. And eating 50 grams a day of unprocessed red meat like beef, lamb, pork, and increased the risk by 9%. Not only that, the same team has done another study, which was actually before this study, and found eating red and processed meat can also increase the risk of bowel cancer. The animals get electrocuted, shot in the head, gassed, and have their throats slit, and you increase the chance of developing a fatal disease. It's just smiles all around, isn't it? A spokesperson for the British Heart Foundation had this to say. They said the impact of red and processed meat on our risk of heart disease has been up for debate for decades. This review supports existing recommendations to reduce consumption of red and processed meat to help lower our risk. Imagine representing a foundation dedicated to helping people not get heart disease and not telling them to stop eating things that increase their risk of heart disease. What the fuck? They're probably terrified of losing funding from all the meat flakes who'll get offended when they're told they shouldn't eat their precious Big Macs. It's got to be it, right? I mean, it's not like the World Health Organization classified processed meat as a group 1 carcinogen, meaning it causes cancer, and red meat as a group 2A carcinogen, which means it probably causes cancer. No, that definitely didn't happen. In case sarcasm isn't your thing, that's exactly what happened. Google it. But hey, look, as long as the industries keep making money and the people get to eat their Big Macs, right? Just keep making fun of the vegans, stuffing your face with dead animals, and handing your cash over to the people who give absolutely no fuck about you or the animals. But guys, look, maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe there's something else to this that I'm missing. Maybe people just have no idea what to buy instead of meat. And they're panicking and freaking the fuck out whenever they try to eat vegan. No way. That can't possibly be true in 2021. There's no way. When practically everyone has free access to unlimited information. When YouTube guides, blogs, entire websites, and even medical professionals are offering up completely free support and advice. It can't be that people still don't know what to do. Can it? Well, yeah, apparently it can. Because apparently nearly half of Brits would panic if they had a vegan or veggie unexpectedly arrive at their barbecue. This study of 2,000 adults found 46% of them wouldn't have a clue about the type of dishes to make for a vegan, and 44% saw it as an added stress to feed a vegan. All right, before I rant, let me say that if you're one of these people, you should sign up to challenge22.com and get a free vegan starter pack to learn about where and what to buy to be a healthy vegan. It's free, and it's an incredibly supportive volunteer-run starter pack. Okay, now the rant. Guys, this study was done in the UK. In the UK, where every supermarket has an entire fucking section dedicated to specialty vegan items. We're talking cheap, tasty, meat-like vegan burgers, sausages, and more. And an entire selection of them too. As in multiple brands and flavors of vegan burgers, sausages, and more. I'm sorry, but how simple do you have to be to not know how to stroll into a supermarket and pick up vegan food in one of the world's most vegan countries? It's times like these where I think technology is making people dumber. So many things are so easy and convenient now, so much so that when something less easy and convenient comes up, people shit themselves and can't handle it. Or they're being stubborn and playing dumb, so they don't have to accept that they could easily be vegan with all their favorite foods and flavors. Because They just don't want to change. Which do you think it is? Stupid, stubborn, or both? Let me know in the comments. Now, do you want to help animals rather than looking for excuses to eat them? Good, because I've got a great way you can raise money for animal sanctuaries. Just by eating and using the vegan products you already eat and use without spending a penny more. How cool is that? I'm working with an app called A Billion. This app will donate $1 to an animal charity of your choice for every vegan review you make in the app. For every single review you do, you can have $1 to donate to a charity of your choice. And it's really that simple. All you've got to do is go into the description of the video, click the link to download A Billion, and then enter the referral code David Rams. That's really, really important, guys. You need to enter the referral code David Rams in all capitals, because if you do enter that referral code, what will happen is for every review you make, the charity will get $1, the animal charity will get $1, and they'll also give me 25 cents to help me with my work as well. People are really stubborn when faced with the violent reality of animal agriculture, right? But, and bear with me, this one's going to get you. It isn't surprising when you take a look at the propaganda they're still spewing out. And now they're aiming it at kids too. A UK supermarket just launched this new kids book about food and farming and warning, this is going to piss you off. So this book, the one you're looking at here, this book is teaching kids that cows have a 5-star treatment. Now, I don't remember the last time a 5-star hotel impregnated my wife, took her kids away, shot me in the head, then shot her in the head when they were done with her. For anyone that's confused, excuse me, that's what happens in the meat and dairy industries. That's what the meat and dairy industries do to cows, explained in one sentence. They also have a farmer in this book quoted saying, "We want our cows to live long, healthy lives." They missed a bit there, to be honest. What they meant was, we want our cows to live long, healthy lives as long as they're profitable to us. When they're worth more dead than alive, we'll sell them to a slaughterhouse. I guess that's kind of what they meant to say. But that doesn't really fit the friendly, kind, farmer, kiddie vibe, does it? Hey, little Jimmy, we really love our animals, but we love them more when they're dead and we have that cash money. Doesn't really fit the vibe of the book, I suppose, right? And if the truth about food would give them nightmares and possibly ruin their lives, maybe you shouldn't force kids to eat that food, right? Or you could just read books full of lies to them, like fucking cowards. This book also jokes about how there are so many chickens in the world that there are more chickens than people, as if that's a cute little fact, totally missing the reason why there are so many chickens. You know, because they're bred and killed in the millions, treated as nothing but products in a factory. It talks about salmon farming and how, get this, they're feeding the salmon with fish feed that's rich in omega-3 to make it extra special. They're feeding fish food that's rich in omega-3 to kill them so people could eat them and get omega-3. You can't make this up. Literally. Like, tell me how that makes any sense in any world. It also says how there are nets completely surrounding these salmon farms to protect the fish from birds and hungry seals, as if it's doing them a favor. Yeah, sure. It's all for the sake of the fish. Nothing to do with protecting your profits, right? Clearly, that's why the nets are up around the fish. Hey man, why are you putting me in this cage? To keep you safe from being attacked by other animals. Oh, wow, that's so nice, thank you. But you aren't going to kill me, chop me into pieces and sell me to people who want to eat me, right? No, definitely not. Guys, there's already a petition to get this bullshit book off the shelves. The link is in the description. Please head over and sign it. And hopefully it gets taken down ASAP and is no longer sold. What a fucking ridiculous propaganda bullshit that is. We've got 2 more stories. Then it's time for our meat flakes of the week. If you're enjoying this week's Face the Facts Friday so far, leave a comment now saying, I got fact good and proper. Right. Let's move on to the next story then. Some bad news, actually, guys. Some bad news from the sports world as a vegan runner competing in a 135-mile endurance race has collapsed and almost died due to an extreme protein deficiency. This runner's name is Harvey Lewis. He was absolutely sure his plant-based diet could sustain him for this insanely demanding race. But unfortunately, he got it wrong, and he's now recovering in a... Oh, sorry, what's that? Oh, yeah, no, sorry, he won that race. He just ran for about 26 hours in 37 degrees Celsius for a total of 135 miles and finished in first place. Weak vegans, eh? It's so hard to get any energy on a plant-based diet, right? And some good news coming from Scotland, as Scotland's Network Rail engineers have constructed the UK's first ever beaver pass, a tunnel that goes under the railway to allow beavers and other animals to safely cross to the other side of the railway, safe from speeding trains. How lovely is that? All right, who's ready for our meat flakes of the week? Leave a comment right now saying, reveal the meat flakery, and we can kick off with this week's meat flakes of the week. All right, we're going to kick off with a good old classic. By the way, plants do feel pain. You know, people don't believe us when we tell them that people say this. You know, when you say like, oh, you make a video, plants feel pain, oh, everyone laugh. And then you get loads of comments saying, no one ever says that. No one says that. No one's so dumb to say that. Guys, I'm not commenting these on my own channel. Like, these are comments that I genuinely have seen on my channel. They come from Instagram, they come from YouTube. People are genuinely commenting saying plants feel pain. Plants which are devoid of any kind of nervous system and brain, and they apparently can feel pain. It's incredible how many times we have to repeat ourselves with this. But the meat flakery is strong. This is what happens when meat flakery takes over rational thinking. Good old classic as well. Another, one for the ages. See, these kind of comments have been going on since, I don't know, like for me, maybe about, since I was first on social media, when it first started, this was happening, I've not really got much to say about it. I mean, it's just the absolute classic, isn't it? It's just when you don't have a point to make, but you're feeling threatened by vegans, just use emojis that show, these could be vegan products, by the way, but yeah, use emojis that, I don't know, show meat or even post an actual photo of meat, because you got to remember that every single vegan, none of us have ever seen meat or eaten meat. So actually, it's usually quite offensive. I mean, for me, I've built up a bit of a, thick skin, but if you send this to another vegan who's not used to it, I mean, they're gonna coil up in a ball and just cry for hours, like just non-stop crying, because as I said, they've never seen or eaten meat. So, emojis of meat really can upset them. Vegetarian is better than vegan. Right, okay, yeah. See, vegetarians only contribute to one less form of animal abuse than a meat eater. So no, the answer is no, they're not. They're not better than the vegans. And if you mean better as in better for the animals anyway, absolutely not. Maybe they're better in other ways. I don't know. Maybe they're better for the homeless or something, right? Homeless people doing something for children. Sure, maybe that could be a possibility. But no, they're not better for the animals. Eating cheese and dairy products and funding the horrors of the dairy industry is definitely not better for the animals than not funding those things. So sorry, Swastik. You're full of shit. Bad video. Do your research. I love this type of comment because it's the type of comment that basically it's when you don't have anything to say. So they didn't explain why the video was bad because they're not able to. Clearly, they don't have the cognitive ability to put their words and put their thoughts into words, and they leave a comment that would explain why they're unhappy. And also, they don't have the ability intellectually either to explain what I have to research. So this kind of comment is what you get when someone is basically dumb as fuck, but wants to make a comment, right? I need someone to share my opinion on this video, but I'm too dumb to write it. So bad video, do your research. It's basically it, isn't it? I know, David, your dinner tonight is beef. That was same cow you're talking now. Bleedy fool. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you're going to insult me, you need to do it in English that makes sense, like correct English. You need to be, if you can't speak English at a good level, that's understandable, fine. But I'm sure you know someone who can double check it for you before you make the comment, right? I mean, let's be honest. So that's number one, first point to mention. And second point to mention is that this person completely overlooked the fact that I'm vegan and thought that I was, I don't know, criticizing someone without being a vegan or something. So it's just meat flakery all around. Maybe this one's more like cheese flakery. I reckon they're probably a veggie. Meat yummy. This one, guys, I made a post this week, and this one genuinely almost had me quitting veganism, because I've heard every argument in the book. I've seen every comment, but this one, it just almost got me, because I thought, how do I argue against that? I mean, this is the one where, I spoke to Lifting Vegan Logic about it. He had to talk me back around again and say, look, dude, I know it's convincing, but you can't just go back to abusing animals, man. And I was like, yeah, I know, but fuck, I mean, meat yummy, and he was like, I know, my God. And then I almost convinced him, and then, it was a mess. Thank you, Danny, for talking me back around though, and keeping me strong, because this one really almost got me. Send all your money, then David, all your money on Patreon. His next video, get a life, David. Please do, guys. Like, genuinely, like, thank you to people who have already dropped some donations today. I saw one earlier on, which I will, there it is, from Avi. Thank you so much, Avi, for your donation. I really appreciate it. It's very much appreciated. And please, guys, send me all your money and join the Patreon. Absolutely, Boris is right. Like, this would be awesome, guys. I mean, this is my life. This is how I'm paying for food. This is how I'm living. Like you guys are helping me do this. Without you, I can't make videos. I can't do this. I need to, fund my life. I need to be able to eat and do things. So, no, on a serious note, though, if you do enjoy the videos, if you do enjoy the content, if you want exclusive content, join the Patreon team, because you are supporting me and helping me make more videos, and you get exclusive stuff as well. So it's like a win-win. You get something, I get something, and we get to keep doing this together, right? That's the important thing. We get to keep on doing this. So thank you to everybody who's already a patron, and to everybody who already gets involved and sends donations and contributes in the live chat. And it's awesome, guys. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Check this one. And the white Gandhi has strike again. Have you stopped killing the plants yet? The white Gandhi is brilliant. Oh, absolutely brilliant. No, yeah, white Gandhi is actually something I've never been called before, unsurprisingly. I've been called many things, but white Gandhi really takes the biscuit. I'm going to roll with that. I think maybe I can get that on a t-shirt, maybe the white Gandhi. I think we can make something of this. I'm gonna think about where I can put white Gandhi, because I like that. And have I stopped killing plants yet? No. I haven't stopped killing plants yet, because I need to live. I need to eat something, and I'd rather eat the plants directly rather than feeding plants to an animal and eating the animal. It's not fucking rocket science, Daval. Oh, this was a good one. People like you is why Jesus was crucified. This one, I don't even know where to begin with this one. So is it saying that I am like Jesus, or Jesus was like me, or is he saying, and that's why Jesus got crucified, because he was preaching, I'm preaching, so that's why people like, or is he saying that I'm one of the ones who crucified Jesus? It's most likely the second one, isn't it? But let's pretend it's the first one, because I wouldn't compare myself to Jesus or anything, but I mean, kind of similar, right? I mean, when you think about it, we're pretty much the same, really. When you think about it, like, I mean, I'm doing as much as he was doing. I'm probably doing more than Jesus, to be honest. When you think about it, I'm probably like, if Jesus was here, I'd probably be like here. I think he'd agree with that as well. And then like, yeah, I reckon that's the case. Yeah, definitely. Animals are not innocent, lol. Animals rip each other apart. They don't know the concept of veganism. Well, I agree with one of these, and I disagree with the other one. So, yes, animals rip each other apart. They don't know the concept of veganism. Absolutely true. But the animals are not innocent bit. Well, yes, animals are innocent, because they don't have a moral code. They don't have moral agency. Do you get that? So they cannot be guilty. For example, if a lion rips the throat out of another animal, you can't say they're guilty of murder because they have no concept of what that even is. It's like taking a child and then the child stabs another child and then saying, you child, you are guilty of murder. Like, well, no, they can't even conceive what murder is. You can't hold a child accountable for something wrong they've done. Like, as a child, they're incapable of moral agency when they're young, right? That's why they have parents, to sort this kind of stuff out. So yeah, I agree with half of this, not the other half. But this person's basically trying to make the case of, well, if animals can do it, I can do it, which, we've all heard a million times. And I just hope this person doesn't also use animals to set moral codes for the rest of their lives. Otherwise, they'd be running around fucking raping people and killing people. And yeah, weird how people go for this logic, isn't it? It's a very strange logic to go for. And then we're back to the, by the way, plants feel pain. Classic, absolute classic. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's Face the Facts Friday. If you did, drop a like and make sure to share this, right? The more you share these videos, the more people will see them, and then, we'll get more of a bigger family here. And liking, commenting, sharing, all that good stuff will help all of that. And again, as I said earlier, if you do enjoy these videos, go and check out the Patreon team. We've got a really cool video coming up that's Annie's putting together of all of this, all the things we did on our recent break away. We took a little break in the north of Finland. We live in Finland, by the way. We didn't travel to Finland. We traveled to the north of Finland from where we are in Finland now. And it was awesome. So if you want to see that video, the only way to see that when it goes live is on the Patreon, right? If you're in the Patreon team, you get to see it. If you're not in the Patreon team, you don't get to see it. All you got to do is join the Patreon team. It's like $1 a month at the least. There's some minimum you can get in for. And you're supporting me. That $1 goes a long way, trust me. And you get access to awesome exclusive content. So check it out. And guys, I will be back at the weekend, potentially with a very interesting live stream interview, which you might be interested in. I'm not going to say anything yet because I don't know if it's going to go ahead or not, but we'll see. And either way, I'll see you on Sunday for that live stream. Have a great rest of your Friday and Saturday. Much love. Bye-bye.